Hey guys, today we're going to work on tables and what that looks like and what rules we look for when we see a table question. Alright, so the first thing I'm looking at is the labels are going this way. So I'm going to look at the numbers like partners. So 4 goes with 16, 5 goes with 20, and 6 goes with what we don't know yet. And that's what we're trying to find out. Now I'm just going to look at one pair. So let's look at the top one, 4 and 16. Okay, so there's something happening to this 4 that's making it equal 16. Now I ask myself, from 4 to 16, are the numbers getting bigger or smaller? And since they're getting bigger, I have two options, either to multiply or to add. Okay? The next step is to find the 1. If I can find the 1, then that means I'm going to multiply. So, but to find the 1, I'm going to draw 4 circles because that's the smaller number. 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to share 16 because that's its partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that I can see I have 4 in one circle. So I'm actually multiplying by 4. And I know I'm multiplying because the numbers are getting bigger and I was able to find the 1. So if I had one table, I would have 4 chairs. Okay, and then I'm going to make my T-chart. 1 would be 4, 2 would be 8, 3 would be 12, 4 would be 16, 5 would be 20, and 6 would be 24. So I want to look if this rule makes sense. So I'm timesing by 4. And when I times by 4, I'm going to do that every single time. So this would be times 4, times 4, times 4. And I'm going to see if that's true. Okay. So let's look. 4 and 16. So 4 times 4 should equal 16. And then 4 times 5, 4 times 5, that equals 20. Yes. And then 4 times 6 should equal 24. So when I have 6 tables, I should have 24 chairs. If I have one table, I should have 4 chairs. So just finding the rule has to happen to all the numbers for it to make sense. All right, so let's look at another one. All right, so I have sides, the rule, and the pentagon. Again, my labels are going this way. So I'm going to match these numbers to its partner. Okay, so 25 and 5, 20 and 4, 10 and 2. Now I start at 25, and if I'm going to 5, if my numbers are getting bigger or smaller. And since they're getting smaller, the only way to get a smaller number is to divide or subtract. So then I can take the smaller number and draw out the circles and share 25, or I could find the smaller number right here, like 2, and its partner is 10. Okay, 2 doesn't do anything with these numbers up here. 2 belongs to 10. And I'm saying what happens to this 10 to make it 2. So I'm going to see if I can find the 1. If I can find the 1, then I'm dividing. If I can't find the 1, then I'm subtracting. All right. And I know these are my two options because I'm going to a smaller number. All right. So I'm going to draw 2 circles. And I'm going to share 10 because 10 is 2's partner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And since I can share, that means if I have one pentagon, I have 5 sides. And that makes sense because I know pentagons have 5 sides. So I'm multiplying by 5. 1 would be 5, or on my T-chart, I'm multiplying. 2 would be 10, 3 would be 15, 4 would be 20, and 5 would be 25. Okay, let's see if this makes sense. So if I'm dividing by 5, and I have to do it here, and I have to do it here. Let's see if that works. All right. So 5, and we know divided by is on this side. So 5 divided by 5 equals, 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Yep. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Check. Check. And let's see, 10 divided by 5 equals, who's its partner? 2. And that's his partner. So if I look, 25's partner is 5, 4's partner is 20, and 2's partner is 10. So I did a good job dividing. Okay, so here we have another table with the labels going this way. So the numbers again match up. 14 and 9, 15 and 20, and 20 with we don't know. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to look at a pair of partners. So these two numbers go together, these two numbers go together, and this one's missing its partner. So I have Tommy's age and Sally's age. So I start with looking at the numbers. 14 to 19, are the numbers getting bigger or smaller? And since they're getting bigger, I have two options. Right? And then I'm going to try sharing. So drawing 14 circles and sharing 19. And some of you may already be realizing those numbers are too close together to be able to share equally. So sometimes just knowing that if I have 14 circles, can I share 19 evenly? So that is no. So let's just say I drew 14 circles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I share 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there's no way I can share that evenly. So I cannot multiply. Now my only other option is to add. That's the only way I can get a bigger number. So now I'm going to see what can I add to 14 to get to 19. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So plus 5. Okay. Let's see. Now what I do to these two numbers, I have to do to these two numbers. So we're going to do plus 5. And ask yourself, if 15 plus 5, does that equal 20? Yes, so I'm doing good. So 20 plus 5 would equal 25. So when Tommy's 20, Sally will be 25. And again, I'm adding because the numbers are getting bigger and I could not find the 1. All right, let's try another one. Again, I have my labels going this way. So I'm going to look at these pair of numbers and this pair of numbers. Alright, so I'm going to start with starting at this number and looking at this number, its partner. Are the numbers getting bigger or smaller? And they're getting smaller, so I have two options, to divide or subtract. Then I'm going to try to find the 1, so I draw 27 circles and share 34. Again, if the numbers are too close like that and they're big numbers, I won't be able to share 34 and 27. But if I wasn't sure, I'd draw 27 circles and share 34. And I would see that I cannot share that equally, so I cannot divide. So I'm going to subtract. And I'm going to say, what subtract something will equal 27? And this is where our fact family comes in place. 34 minus blank equals 27. I can also go 34 minus 27, and that will give me my blank. Okay, so 34 minus 7 equals 7. So 34 minus 7 equals 27, like our fact family. That's why fact families are important. So we have 34 minus 7 equals 27, or 34 minus 27 equals 7. Now this is not my rule. I just used the 27 to help me find my missing number. So I'm going to take this 7 and plug it in right here. It would not make sense to say 24 minus 27 equals 27. Okay, so 30 minus 7, does that equal 23? Yep, so I'm doing good. And then 27 minus 7 equals 20. Okay. So my rule is tickets minus 7 will give me how many rides I can ride.